South Carolina has a long history of being the first. After all, it was one of the first states in the country, as it was one of the 13 original colonies that formed the United States back in 1776. Then in 1860, it was the first state to break away from the Union and join the Confederate side of the Civil War. Meanwhile, South Carolina is used to being first in sports as well. The University of South Carolina won the 2010 College World Series, and at Clemson, Tiger fans still talk about their team's 1981 championship. But this year on the high school football field, there's a first that even South Carolina has never seen. In the quiet town of Rock Hill, South Carolina, South Pointe High School is home to the top-ranked football player in the nation. His name is Jadeveon Clowney. He's a terror on the defensive line and also the first player in the state history to sit atop the national ranking.
Everybody was coming up to me, you didn't want to play the nation. I was like, I'm happy. I was real happy, and I was like, I ain't never thought I was going to be that number one player in the nation. And I was just real happy.
Jadeveon Clowney I'm not going to badmouth any of the ones that prior to him, but he's in a class of his own because there's a lot of athletes out there that are 6 foot, 6'1", and 6'2", and they weigh 180 to 200 pounds, and they're real athletic, and they even label them as athletes sometimes as opposed to a quarterback, wide receiver, DB. Well, the thing that makes JD stand out so much is he's 6'6", a little over 6'6". He weighs about 245 pounds. He runs a 4.49 40. He's got a 36-inch vertical jump. He power cleans 300 pounds, and he's just an all-around good kid. And barring any serious injury, and if everything goes well, I think one day he's got a bright future in college and in the NFL.
Just take one look at Clowney, and you know that he has what it takes to be a star. Standing 6'6", Clowney looks like he could already play in the NFL.
And we had Clowney playing linebacker because he runs so well, and they had a zone read quarterback that was real fast. Well, they threw a bounce pass, and our guys, of course, thought it was an incomplete pass and kind of gave up on it, and they ran their tight end down the center of the field, and they throw about a 40-yard pass, and Clowney from 27-yard line sprints almost 70 yards and catches the kid at the 3-yard line to keep him from scoring.
Alabama coach Nick Saban reportedly told Clowney that this was the best defensive play he'd ever seen from a defensive lineman. As you can imagine, Saban is hardly the only coach to pay Clowney a visit.
One of the things I tell those college coaches this spring when they'd come through, I said, man, this kid just turned 17 years old in February, and he looks like a grown man at 6'6", a little over 6'6", and 245, but he's still got a 17-year-old mind in his body. And a lot of times you forget that by looking at him, and you see this giant of a statue, and you just think he's a mature adult. And he's not. He's a teenager. Kids like him sometimes are forced to grow up extremely fast and got to make some real serious decisions. And he's got one coming up probably over the summer or the fall season, where he wants to go to school.
Every day, it's a different coach coming in and talking about what they can help you get to and achieve at the college if you're attending college. And I just take it all in and don't really know where I'm headed. I'm ready to take my visit and see where I'm end up going.
Off the field, Clowney enjoys hanging out with his teammates and enjoying life in his hometown of Rock Hill.
I play a lot of basketball and video games and party a lot. Mostly, I like playing basketball, but I don't think I'm gonna play my senior year, but I like playing basketball.
It's safe to say it's no party if you're trying to block Clowney. As a junior, he rolled up an amazing 23 sacks, 2 block kicks, and scored a touchdown off a block punt. Opposing teams are determined to stop Clowney no matter the cost.
Chop block me a lot. A lot of teams try to chop block me, but they be too slow, so when he gets going, he's unstoppable. And then if they have to put 3 people on him, it makes my job easy.
On the ground, picked up by Gerald Dixon. Dixon brings it down to the 2-yard line.
He's a monster. I mean, I play against him every day at practice. I had to run from him not to hit me. So he just helping me get better, helping the team get better also.
Clowney is on the path to greatness in Rock Hill. It's a path laid down by the generations before him, as the town has produced 10 NFL players.
I think we have around 65,000 people here, and people that live in town do work in Charlotte because it's 15 minutes away right up to Interstate 77. Traditionally this is a football town. If you go down the rosters over the years, we've had a good many NFL players come from Rock Hill High and Northwestern.
And while the long list of NFL players from Rock Hill, South Carolina is long, the best of the bunch might end up being Jadeveon Clowney.